I didn't do a sound test because I did like 5 before, and I just wanted to go back to being live, so I apologize if anything sounds off. You guys can let me know, but the bar looks good to me. And of course, all I needed to do was just restart. So let me just kind of get back to being ready / situated. Like, I don't know what this even means. Streamlabs is acting horribly right now. Like, it's like not showing my chat, but okay. It was like all distorted. Really weird. Alright, so we'll just do like that, I suppose. What else do we need? Alright, Discord is right here. I want to link to the Discord on my clipboard. Invite people. Edit the invite link. Excuse me. Never generate new link. Copy that. Just so if people want to hop into the Discord, they have a way. Okay. That's fair. That should be there. This should be here. Pin message. Okay. So I'm gonna just chill for a little and hopefully some people can find their way back in. What was I going to otherwise do? So we have this, obviously. Toggle full screen mode. Perfect. I can just play the game, you know? I haven't chilled in Paldea for a while, you know? Oh, let me go get rid of my other stream, too. So that it doesn't confuse people. Studio, new tab. Just, like, delete it, basically. Live. Delete forever. That 8 minutes of frustration. Jim, my friend, hello, hello. How are you, brother? It was good to see your message earlier. How are you? Welcome, welcome. Just about to sleep and I see you live. Well, hey, that's a good way to end your night, my friend. Thanks for hopping in. I really appreciate that. You hopefully you're having a good and safe time. Still on the grind, I can see. Still on the grind, but yeah, we are back, folks. We are going to be doing a lot of stuff tonight. Actually, I'm going to be giving away. Oh my god, check this out. Check this out. Look at this beauty that took me like, I don't know, 4 or 5 hours to make. Ugh. Stretch my neck a little bit. Next page. Here, let me get the view as well, just so you can see the. Oh, not that view. I thought that was the view. Change view box. Okay, cool. We'll do like that. 1 full box of shinies. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I did the same for Miraidon, 6. So anyone who links up with me, you can have 1 of each. I made these for you guys. That is a lot of shinies. Yeah, I know. It took me a while. Only through our Discord. Anyone can generate as many shinies as they want. Just join the Discord here. People are making all sorts of stuff. You know, they're making Koraidon, Miraidon, Ice Cube, Dreepy. So you can make whatever the heck you want in here. But not everyone has Discord. Not everyone understands how to use this. So what I did was I generated this to kind of get people involved. And I also have a whole bunch of stuff from like way back when, you know, when we were doing our giveaways before. I got like the, I forget what they call these guys, the genies. I got the, some of the Reggies, Goldango, these hat Pikachu. So if anyone wants anything different too, I can do other things. But I figured to start off the day, it would be better to just kind of do what people, because like this has been such a pain in the butt. So people have to go to, you have to go to GameStop. Like I tried to go to GameStop. I didn't know that our bots are going to be able to do these so easily, honestly. And I went to GameStop because, but even if I would like to have an authentic version, you know, to bring to a tournament someday if I was going to ever play VGC or whatever. But, you know, I just use my originals. It's fine. But yeah, so I wanted to make sure to have these to give away to people who missed out on the GameStop, you know, giveaway, because I feel like most people missed out on the GameStop giveaway. So I don't know if you play the Game Gym, but if you would like one, let me know. If anyone else is watching and they would like one, let me know. I see we got at least one other person in here. So you guys let me know. I'm going to do giveaway code. Let's see. I mean, back in the day, we would always do giveaway code either 413 or 739. So I'll do one of those two. But you guys let me know. Season 35, huh? What regulation is this now? Regulation set J, huh? Because I think so. That's still with I forget. So without the mythics. Without the mythics. Oh, it should say actually, right? It should say who's banned. What's the ban list? It doesn't say the ban list. That's fine. I could just Google it / go on Cerebi, and it would probably say. They're giving away Roaring Moon and Iron Valiant. Okay, that's cool. That's weird. Those are tradable. They should be. They should be. I mean, I haven't tried to trade with anybody yet, so I guess I can't confirm or deny. But I got them by trading, excuse me, by trading with the bot to get them. So I can't imagine that the bot would be like special, you know, and that it could trade with me, but I couldn't trade with other people. But yeah, if you got the game and want to try, I'd be happy to send a pair on over your way. We are, of course, hanging out in Valencia because we get great music in here, but maybe I'll go do like a little, I call it soft shiny hunting, you know, where you just kind of like roam around the territory and you like look at the Pokemon and you don't really like, you don't make a sandwich or anything, but like, you know, we have the shiny charm, so like everything by default will be shinier, you know, on average. So it's always fun to just kind of like hang out. I forget you. I think you would be like a little more lighter color. I don't know. But anyone want to trade for the legendaries, you let me know. Yeah, that'd be unfortunate if I couldn't trade them, because that would be about 4 or 5 hours of work that I then effectively wasted. But I'm pretty sure. Looking at you, I've given up on looking at Tauros and not necessarily Slowpoke. I do want to get a shiny Slowpoke one, but you know. Oh well, I guess also not everyone has chat too, because sometimes people, I guess it's like a parental control. So I can just if anyone wants, because I do see we have a few people in here. So if anyone wants a, you know, what do you call it? We can try and do a trade. We'll do code 739. Code 739 was always my favorite. When I was growing up, you know, like you have your home phone number. And this is like the start of my home phone number is 739-6639, and that number doesn't exist anymore, so I don't mind saying it. But it was just like an easy number for like a little kid like me to remember, because it was only 4 numbers and 3 of the 4 repeated. It just wasn't 27. It was 739-6639. So it was like, okay, like 2 3 9s, 2 6s, and a 7. Like I can do that. But yeah, so someone link up with me. Someone link up with me. I'm gonna search, and if you link up with me, I will send you 2 Pokemon. I'll send you both the Miraidon and the Koraidon. So yeah, link up. And then the Discord is pinned in the top comment, and if you want to generate any other Pokemon for yourself or for your friends or whatever, like, you know, hop in there. Hop in there. But if anyone wants the shinies, link up with me right now. And if not, we'll just go do some searches. We'll go do some searches for... Oh, you know what I could do? You know what I could do? I could do a surprise trade. Let's see. That'd be a good way to do it. Okay, cool. Let's do a surprise trade. I can't trade this Pokemon in surprise trade because this Pokemon's special. Uh-oh. Okay, that makes me nervous. That makes me nervous. I might have flipped. I might have messed up. So if anyone's here and wants to trade with me, that'd be great, because now I gotta test it. Now I need to test it. Oh my god, if I made 180 of those and I can't trade them, that would be unfortunate. Whatever, you live and learn. You live and learn, I suppose. Maybe they'll unlock it at some point and let us trade it? Because, like, why wouldn't you let someone trade that thing of all, like, the hardest Pokemon to get? You would want to let people share it if they got multiple codes. And let people just, what do you call it? And, you know, help, like, I guess, like, the way to help out would be to just give the person the code then at that point, but, alright. I feel like it's easier for, like, say, you know, you want to give your little cousin or something, like, a Pokemon to just, like, trade them the Pokemon. Versus sending them, you know, a 10, 12-digit code to type in. To hope that they don't mess up. But that would be annoying. That'd be whatever. I don't care. I don't care. I do, but I don't, you know? Copium. It would honestly just be a shame, you know? Like, that's, like, the biggest thing, like, is I would just love to be able to help people get these legendaries, you know? And, of course, I can just direct people to the Discord, but not everyone has Discord, like, as I've learned through doing giveaways for a while. So, that's why I did it the way that I wanted to do it. That's why I did it the way that I wanted to do it. But, what else? Bro, putting the green, what is it? Is it Skip Plume? Yeah, Skip Plume in with the Hoppips. It's like, it's such a tease because the Hoppip shiny is green. So it's very, you know, like every time you look in there. Try to generate shiny Pokemon, but how? Through the Discord? If so, it is very easy. There's actually a guide video that I made on my channel that has this thumbnail here. So if you wanted to check out my channel, it has here. I think I can probably click share from here, right? Can I just show this video to you? I don't want to open it because if I open it, then it's like YouTube wants me to watch the video. So, but it just has that thumbnail. There's also a guide in the Discord itself, and it also is just as simple as going into the respective bot. So, like, if you want, we have bots for every Switch game. So Scarlet and Violet is the most recent, so that's at the very top. But then there's Sword and Shield, Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, yada yada. Every Switch game up to so far. Like ZA, I'm sure we'll get one eventually, but you know, every Switch game so far. And oh my god, it's so funny, their tails swirl like that. I've never noticed that their tails, like, they do like a little propeller motion when they run. That's adorable. I love that. You literally just type in .trade, like .trade space, then the Pokemon that you want. Then like hit enter, you know, or like, you know, shift enter if you're typing in the actual bot command. But I wouldn't. I always type this in a notepad and then I copy and paste it. And then I copy and paste into the one that I want. But then on the second line, that's why I said space not space, enter to get to the next line. You do the word shiny, space, the word yes, and then that will make any Pokemon that can be shiny, shiny. And then you can like change everything. You can change the nature, the IVs, the EVs, the everything. But that's like the literal most basic framework. Like, you know, most people don't really care about the rest. They really just care about the Pokemon and if it's shiny or not. So like when I was making all these, like I would just type in like, you know, .t or .trade. It doesn't matter. Like you can literally type in .t. It doesn't matter. But I just say .trade just so people kind of get what it is. And then you can just give them a little shortcut later. But just .T, then I'd do Miraidon, Koraidon, shiny, yes, and then it would give me, you know, what I'm looking for. It would give me what I'm looking for. I actually wanted, I think I made a separate one for myself. Yeah, I made it right here. I will set aside, I can't set aside my Miraidon because I don't want him to feel bad. You're going to be friends with the new one here. Set aside Calyrex. Calyrex is a bit of a, oh my god, those beautiful. Beautiful. Miraidon's always been my boy. Like, I get that Koraidon is... Oh, I thought you were a twig. I thought you were a twig. I get that Koraidon is probably the better of the two, and, like, the sun is better than the... The sun is definitely, without a doubt, better than the electric terrain, which is... I guess not weird. It's just that I think weather is more impactful and more important than terrain is overall. So it's like to have weather control is more... It's just better than having terrain control, I would say. And also, like, there's moves like Ice Spinner that get rid of the terrain. So it can be avoided. Also, I feel like... I'm pretty sure if you're a flying Pokemon, you don't interact with the terrain. Whereas, like, you can't get around the weather. So, like, weather's just stronger in general. And so as a result, all of the... ancient Pokemon ended up being stronger than the future Pokemon because of what like they kind of relied on, but I'll still always have love for Miraidon. I mean, dang, like Koraidon won Worlds, so gotta give it its props. Little Z is getting big sleep here. I'm gonna adjust the little Z cam. But yeah, that would be a bummer for sure. Hopefully I can trade them, and if not, hopefully they unlock it at some point that I can, because like it's a double bummer. Like, I'm way more annoyed that I can't help out some 10-year-old who, you know, doesn't have Discord over the time wasted, because like I don't care. Like it actually kind of felt good to get back in the swing of things of just generating a whole bunch of Pokemon. It was fun. It was fun to put in that kind of grind again. You know, I've been doing so many other things since the last time we've done these giveaways and such. But yeah, if anyone is out there who wants to try and trade with me, please let me know. I would love to actually try and do this, but also we're gonna do other stuff too. So this is something I've never done on stream before, which I thought would be kind of cool. But I want to buy some cards. And it's like, what? Buy some cards? But yeah, I kind of want to go on TCGPlayer and maybe just like, I don't know, fill up a cart and maybe buy it. I don't know, like see like what the cards are exactly. I'm not really looking for anything in particular, but I'm always kind of like in the market for a good deal, I guess you could say. And some shops just have a lot of cards that are like, excuse me, I don't want to say like a great price, but they're good enough, you know. And if I can get it with free shipping, and you know, you can spend like $20-$30 and you get, you know, like a whole handful of cards, like that's cool. Especially if you can throw some vintage in there. I love that. I love that. But like the things I'm looking for right now would be like, I don't know how to word it other than the base version of some like bigger cards. So I think that some say like EXs or V Pokemon or GX Pokemon are very cool and have good artwork and are selling for like $1 or $2. I like cards like that. So because those are good giveaway cards. Those are cards that if you open up a pack, you would consider it a hit, you know? And that's the kind of thing where, say if I have like my trade binder with me or my giveaway binder, I don't know what I'm, you know, calling it, but I have a binder right now that I'm filling up with just cards that I'm happy to part with, you know? But I want to throw some bigger cards in there, but I want to throw some, you know, medium and this and that. And those are some good medium cards. Also, vintage is always nice, you know, and it's tough to just... I don't like giving away my cards because those are the cards from my childhood, you know, and like, I don't know, you know, I guess I'm just sentimental, but I do like giving away vintage cards. So like, sometimes if I see someone in a shop has, you know, a bunch of modern cards, like right now I'm looking for playable stuff. You know, I want to build a deck that I can play. I think I'm going to go with Gardevoir because it's just the best, you know. I want to play Mega Lucario, but it gets bodied by Gardevoir so hard that I just might as well play Gardevoir. Like it's annoying, and it kind of like, is that a shiny Fletchling? Hello, love Fletchling. Talonflame is incredible. That's cool. Just walking, I was like, that looks tan. That looks tan. Let's see if we can get it in a Premier Ball. It's my favorite ball. Ooh, critical catch in the Premier. Let's go, shiny Fletchling. I want to put Prehmium in the front again, actually, because leading Miraidon would hurt in a capture scenario like that, because the electric terrain being on field means that I could not switch into Prehmium and then spore something. And I like having my spore option available to me. So let's not do that anymore. What's this guy's name again? Bonsley. I was thinking the mini Serena, the Boon Suite. Bonsley. What a great name. What a great name. Alright, yeah, so I want to get some more cards like that. I've been going to Frank and Sons a little more frequently. You know, I've been down in California again for almost 2 months now. And I did not go to Frank's for like the first month or so, maybe like 5 weeks, because I just didn't have here it is, Boon Suite, just because I didn't have enough of like a reason. But then, you know, like Mega was coming out, and I was like, you know, I don't have like any Destined Rivals. I don't have like any, what's the other one before that? The black and white sets, Black Bolt, White Flare. So I'm like, let me get like a little this, a little that, you know, look at the singles. I kind of get reacclimated with the environment. And so it's been cool, been going down there. But I've been thinking, you know, it'd be kind of cool to go down there, but like, and do some giveaways, you know, like some IRL stuff. And then what I was going to do would maybe sign like a bunch of energy cards, just write free Pokemon giveaway on them, and be like, here's my card, you know, go check us out on YouTube. But I want to get some stuff like that set up. So if you're in the SoCal area, if you ever go to Frank's on the weekend, because I don't really like to go they're open on Wednesday as well. And for anyone who's not familiar with Frank and Sons, it's effectively just a trade show, like a card show, that happens to be open every weekend. Like, it's just that much, you know. If I had to estimate, you know, how many vendors are there that are like of quality that you can genuinely go to and look at their stuff, you know, there's at least 10, 15, at least 15 vendors that you can stop in at any point in time that might have something decent. So that's cool. You know, they're always competing with each other, so prices are always decent. There's kind of like one or two that are like obviously better than the rest. You know, like their prices are so much better. They have good supply. They're, you know, friendly. It's like they don't push you. They're not like, what do you want? What do you want? Like they kind of like let you look, let you, you know. So like there's definitely like, you know, a couple that are my favorite, but it's good to know the environment. And the main thing is, when I think of like these giveaways and such, you know, a lot of people are having trouble finding stuff, but of course the kids are going to be having like the hardest time, because I guess not everyone just has the intuition to just go on the internet and look for stuff. But if I was a kid, man, I'm sure I'd be on TCGPlayer. But I would love to bring the, you know, the giveaways to the IRL, you see like a lot of parents and kids together, and like that's awesome. That's awesome. So I would love to help out as many as we can. Let's get warm. I just ate, but I have that like feeling like I didn't eat all day. It's almost like I gotta digest still, you know? Like I ate, but I didn't get the benefit of eating yet. So here, I'm actually gonna go back to. Actually, you know, this is a fine location. This is good soundtrack music. But yeah, Jim, if you have any questions or need any help with trying to make any of those Pokemon, you let me know. Well, that would be fine. I wonder if it was maybe something in the food that I ate, because all of the sudden, this exact one particular sudden, I'm not feeling that great. All this one sudden. So I'm gonna put down the controller. You know what it is sometimes too? This game can give me motion sickness. So, here, let's decompress. Decompress, take everything off my face region, breathe a little bit. But yeah, that was kind of giving me maybe a little bit of yeah. So let's hop on TCGPlayer.com. I don't know why I said it like that. You know what? I'm gonna use the restroom real quick. I'm gonna be right back. BRB. Okay, we are back. Yeah, my stomach was like really hurting there for a second. My apologies. I'm not sure what or why, but hopefully we're all Gucci. So I think that it actually genuinely could have been the motion of the game. It definitely gives me some, you know, some lopsidedness. But so I'm not gonna just dive right back in. If anyone wants to try and trade with me for the shiny Koraidon or Miraidon, please let me know. I have a bunch, but I'm not sure I'll be able to trade them. So for now, we're going to... well, we made a video on Mega Evolution earlier, and I'm always interested to see how the prices change. I think the booster box price actually went down a smidge. Which is good. The Elite Trainer box actually went up really big on the Mega Lucario one. Like, this one was like 50, 60 bucks cheap. Oh, you can't see if it's that big. Sorry. I'm gonna go like this. Okay. Yeah, this was a lot cheaper earlier. So, interesting. But that was underpriced for sure. Let's see if any of these are like noticeably less. I would say, or more, you know, but I feel like less is the direction that most of these are going to go. I wonder if one of them is damaged or something, because I see a Japanese. Okay. I don't know why people would still list Japanese in the English section when there is now a Japanese section for cards specifically. But I suppose to each their own. Mega Guardy is the bigger of the two alt arts, which is funny because it was lower on the end when the week started out. I didn't give this set a whole bunch of attention. This Seismitoad really is that high, huh? That's wild, because I remember last time I was in here, it was it was kind of up there, but I don't remember. The Zekrom was definitely ahead of it, so maybe just these two swap spots. That must be what it was, because this was at least like a $150 card. That is so silly. What is this Genesect? I feel like I've not even really seen this Genesect yet. Now, you know what? I was gonna make a video about this earlier, but I mean, I could kind of record a video right now, I suppose, since there's not a heck of a lot going on. Right? Test. Let me see how this sounds talking with this in the background. This, you know, Paldea music, which I love, by the way. Let's see. Sorry. For net booster box price actually went down a smidge. Which is good. The sounds good to me. Thank you, Pikachu. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate that. How are you today? How are you? That's good. That's good. That's smart. That's smart of me. So, yeah, I was just talking about some cards right now that I think are a very good deal. But I also am doing giveaway / trades on Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. So if you wanted to try and trade, let me know. I was having an issue before, so I might not be able to trade my shiny legendaries, which I was trying to give away the Koraidon and Miraidon, but I don't know if I actually can. So we're gonna test that out. But I do have the Discord linked in the description, which can allow anyone to generate any shiny. So thank you so much for dropping in. So even if that doesn't work for trading, I can still at least give people them via the Discord, but I'm not sure if it's gonna let me trade these. But we are gonna talk about some cards right now. So I was just clicking around earlier, and I noticed that the Scarlet Violet base set singles are all like insanely cheap right now. So this Gardevoir being the most expensive card, it's like 50, 60 bucks. I'm not saying this is a great card or this is like, you know, pick up this right now. Like, I actually don't really even love this personal line of cards. I think they're just a little, I don't know, maybe like a little too cute, a little too wholesome. It's just not for me. You know, like, they're beautiful, they're great, but they're not 100% for me. So, but if you want them, now's the time. Here's the card for me. This is what I really want to buy, and I should get a few of these, honestly, is this Miraidon, bro. This thing is under 30 bucks. It's got Doc Spun, which I love because I got a Doc Sun on the screen right now, and there is Doc's Bun on the card right here, looking out the window through seeing Miraidon, the Night City. I love this card, so I'm going to look for a couple of these cards. Maybe we'll even look for a couple of these cards right now. We'll do just near mint. We'll do item price only. That's fine. Are there any... Because, like, honestly, like, this card is so cheap, I would buy a few. So this guy's got a few, but $5 shipping is, like, annoying. It's annoying. But if you just take that $5 shipping and you split it into 3 cards, and then you go into their shop and buy a bunch more cards, like, that's really only, like, $1.30, right? No, $1.66. Or my math is terrible. Yeah, I think it's closer to $1.66 each. So really, you're paying about 30 bucks a card. This card is worth $30, no problem. So you add this to cart, click on their shop, and go from here, man. They're in California. That means we'll get it quick. Let's see what else they have. Wow, they got some stuff at a very expensive price. A lot of their stuff is like way above market, which is always so annoying, bro. Because if they had some stuff at or below, then I would happily want to buy that. All right, so let's go with just, he can take all their stuff. Because sometimes they mix in, they got Magic, they got Yu-Gi-Oh, they got this, they got that. So what is this Shining Legends Rayquaza? This is probably going to be a lightly played or moderately played card if it's going to be so cheap. Lightly played for, I mean, if the near mint is 70-something, lightly played, it's a little expensive for just like a random Shining Rayquaza, but that's the kind of card that I'd be looking for right now. I'm more looking on like the lower end of the spectrum. In fact, although this Iron Crown, like this could be the time for me to pick up this crown. I was looking at this card earlier. All these cards from Temporal, the Crown, the Valiant, the Wake. What else do they have? The did I say Valiant? Not Valiant. I forget which one. But there's a lot of different Paradox Pokemon that are great in this set. Here, I want to click real quick because I forget and I'm annoyed. They have the Gouging Fire, they have the Boulder, they have the Wake. No, not Valiant's just like a regular Paradox, but that's pretty cool. So here, let me click off of here. So I don't know about this this gold card, but these are all fine prices. These are all decent prices. Like if you wanted to pick up, like I'm not really looking to make a package that's, you know, several $100s right now, but like this is what I would do. XY Evolutions, yeah, I'm not going to pay $215 for a card like that, but if it was, you know, more vintage, consider it. More vintage, you can consider it. And a lot of these cards are decent prices, and they would be good for giveaways indeed. Like, that's a fine price for a Nimona, $1. A Rose for $2 is not. That's no. Pierce, $2, that's not terrible. That's not terrible. Some of these trainer galleries are okay. This Weird Ear is okay. But yeah, they really do overprice on a lot of these cards, don't they, here? That's a shame, because someone like this, if they had them at, say, Market, you could really, you know, get quite a bit from their one shop. And that's how I like to buy stuff from TCGPlayer. I like to go through, see who's got like a bunch of good deals. They got Alessa Sparkle for, you know, around Market. They got Team Rocket's Wabufet, which is actually a pretty cool card, I think. Oh, it's Japanese, but still. So, like, anything that they're not going to overcharge on, I think is cool. This is promo for, I forget, Stellar Crown, maybe? I think Stellar Crown. Let's see. But yeah, so I'm probably good. But that's a really cool, Miraidon. And so that would be the card that I would be going for from this. There's also the Koraidon, which is great. The Slowpoke is awesome. I think these cards are great. And, you know, just a few more select ones. Not this set. Okay, yeah, this set has the Fido. There's, I forget if it's Obsidian Flame or Paldea Evolved that has the Doxbun, but one of those sets has the Doxbun. So a lot of these cards, you know, speaking of which, we'll go into that next. Paldea Evolved, like this card, of course, everyone knows about the Magikarp, and that's like what you think of when you think of Paldea Evolved. But most of the stuff that was like kind of crazy on here for a while is not anymore. Here, actually, let me go one more time. Go high to low. So you know, skip past Magikarp, even skip past Tyranitar. Raichu, that's a bit much inflated for 60, but like let's start with Iono. This card, if I remember correctly, was like at least high hundreds, maybe low 200s when the set first dropped. So that's pretty cool that it's down to like 50 bucks. It's not like my favorite card because I'm not really sure. Like maybe she's doing it for her show or whatever, but at no point in the video game did Iono have like a sweet tooth or anything. So like this just doesn't like resonate with me. It's not, oh, this is what she did during the game, you know, eating a bunch of sweets or whatever, or showcasing them on her stream. It was more focused on like her stream and her what is it, Belly Bolt. So I'm not a huge fan of that card, despite being a huge fan of Iono. So there are a lot of cards in here that are really cool, though. This Meryl for 25, this Fuecoco, the Skeledirge. I'm sure usually the middle evolution is like the cheapest, so I'm sure the Crocolore is somewhere down here. Look at this Tinkatink. Beautiful artwork. Incredible colors. This is definitely my color palette. You know, the bright pinks and the blues and the purples. I love all of it. So fantastic card. You know, great prices, great value right now for some cards that in a little while could be very expensive and were for a bit. I remember this Baxcalibur line was like pumped for a while. Like this was like $60, $50. These Baxcalibur, the Frigibax and the Arctibax. So get these now while they're still cheap. That's my recommendation. I don't really know what I want to do with my collecting exactly going forward. I feel like I want to buy more stuff that's playable and less stuff that's just like, hey, look at this cool artwork. But for some things like the Miraidon, like that's an obvious buy for me because it's just, I love the card. It would be a great giveaway card, you know, buy a couple of them. And it's such a good bang for your buck, you know, $30 for what could be a $200 card, in my opinion. It's just because people don't love the new Pokemon, whereas like I don't really feel that way. For me, a Pokemon's a Pokemon, you know, like if you're brand new or if you've been here for 20 years, like I kind of feel, you know, that you're dope. You know, if you're here, you're dope. Like I love all my favorite characters of all my favorite shows just because I've loved, you know, Goku forever. Doesn't mean that I can't find someone that I love as much as Goku in the moment, you know. But if you do say like, hey, you got to choose your GOAT of all time, then like sure, it'll be someone that's been with me from the start. But when I'm watching like Naruto, even though I've only watched Naruto for a few years, I know it's been around forever, but like I'm super into that, you know. If I watch like whatever, anything new, you know, watching like AOT, you're into AOT. I'm watching like Gundam, I'm into Gundam. So you kind of just like feel what you're into at the time. So I don't need to be familiar with a Pokemon for 10 plus years to actually have like a connection with it. I played the games enough that I feel like I have plenty of a connection with all the starters with all the legendaries, like, you know, Tinglu, Chi-Yu. I played enough Qian Pao and Dragonite, you know, Terra Normal E-Speed Dragonite with Qian Pao on the field. Like, that was a huge part of Regulation D. So I feel like I, you know, connected with some of that. You know, when I played the game, I remember the first time I walked by Bramblin and Brambleghast, and I was like, these Pokemon are silly. And then I remember playing them in VGC with the Wind Rider ability, and just still thinking it's a really cool ability where you get an attack boost on wind moves. So things like Tailwind or Heat Wave or Hurricane, you know, of those last two are normally super effective against a grass type like Bramblin, but not in this case because of the ability. So I love stuff like that. I'm always going to find appreciation for the newer Pokemon, even if they are not the classics. Obsidian Flame, I think, had a couple. I think this was the one with the... Oh, no, I guess I'm wrong. Oh, you know what Obsidian Flame has? It has the Gloom. It has the Gloom, my new favorite Pokemon. My new favorite, because I feel like Gloom just gets some really cool cards and some really cool artworks. Yo, I didn't even notice these Weedles were down here the first time. I didn't even notice the Weedles down here. So like, this is a card that I'd add to my collection because I love Gloom. Such a cool Pokemon, such a cool card. I'm not sure why. It's because Gloom's just like always chilling, always drooling. Like, you know, Oddish is like a little too like skittish and like out there, and Vileplume is just too happy. But Gloom is just like straight chillin'. So I've been a big Gloom fan recently. The Charizard is like really the only card of this set. It's so weird how they do that, man. Like the second set, is it the second set always? No, there's no way. If we go back to Sword and Shield, no, Rebel Clash was the second set. Rebel Clash. So Sword and Shield and Rebel Clash, then Darkness Ablaze. So their third set and their fourth set were both Charizard sets. Third set and fourth set in... I said we wouldn't go in Sword and Shield today, and here we are. But, like, it's just to show the pattern. So, like, a set that's purely based on a Charizard card or two. Then Champion's Path is a set that's purely based on a Charizard card or two. You know, two of them, really, in this instance. You got the Shiny, and then you got the Rainbow. And then, where are we right now? We're in Obsidian Flames. You've got one Charizard card that this entire thing is based off of. And then now we're about to get, it's so crazy, man, we're about to get Phantasmal Flames. And without that Gengar SIR that we somehow are not getting, somehow not getting a Gengar, that would put this set over the edge huge. And I guess this is a good thing, bad thing? I feel like it's more of a bad thing in the end of the day, because the UPC is going to be so hard to find. They took the two best cards out of this set and put them in the UPC. Like, that's garbage in my opinion, because now if you just pull a random pack of Phantasmal Flames, you can't pull... Let me bring them up in Japanese. You're not getting the SIR, because that is now in the UPC. And you're not getting the Oricorio from a random pack, these two beautiful cards, because they're in the UPC, which no one's going to be able to find anywhere. Guaranteed minimum that this Charizard on the secondary market from promos is like $100 at least. So I guess that's okay. That's good that people can buy this Charizard for $100. It just sucks that it's a promo that the entire UPC costs $120. And the Charizard's going to go... And that's minimum. Who knows? Maybe it sells for $200. Maybe it sells for more. Who knows? Because it's an SIR Charizard. Like, that's crazy. And people aren't going to let them sit on the shelves like we had Alt Art Charizards last time. You know, we had the Charizard fighting the Venusaur. We had the Sleeping Charizard. Wait. Charizard... We had the Sleeping Charizard. We had the big VMAX. And the Charizard fighting the Venusaur. The Mewtwo. The Mewtwo is what I meant to say. So, those people slept on those because they were everywhere, but people aren't going to sleep on these because like that era of really good promos going under the radar is over. Like, that's over. You put a good promo in a package, that package is going to be worth a lot of money because that's just how Pokemon is right now. So, I'm not sure if that's a good or a bad thing. Like, people are going to be... Here's the good thing. If you want to buy it, you can buy it for not $500. It'll be probably closer to 200 or 100. But no one's getting it for $10 now. No one's getting it for $5. No one's getting it for a booster pack. So I think ultimately that sucks. That's not very good. You want people to be able to pull the best card out of the set. The only chase now is going to be the gold one. And we've seen, have you guys seen the pull rates? Have you guys seen the pull rates on the gold cards? Hold on. I want to see if I can bring this up. Cards everyone wants, like evolution. All right, well, I'm just going to recite what I can off of memory. But to pull a gold card on Mega Evolution is somewhere in the range of, oh, look, pull rates right now. It's like 1 out of every 200, oh, sorry, if you want a specific one, sorry, 1200, 1 out of 1260 packs. If you pull either gold card, to pull a specific one, you double the odds to 20 packs. So if you open 2,520 packs, on average, you will pull both gold cards. That's why they're selling for $500 and $400 a piece, which is insane. So maybe these aren't going to go down in price. Like I was predicting in my video that maybe they'll go down a little bit. Maybe they won't. If these are the pull rates, then maybe they actually won't. And if the Charizard is the only gold card in the next set, and they're getting pulled at this kind of rate of 1,200, 1 out of every 1,200 packs, no one's getting that card either. Like, that's my point. Like, no one's getting that card. No one's getting the UPC cards. So, this next set is gonna be tough, man. This next set is gonna be tough. So, I'm not thrilled about that. Not thrilled about that. Back to Obsidian Flame. Where was I? Actually, not really Obsidian Flame, because we're over that. Like, you know, it's just the Charizard, like we've said. Now, it's, can you find some value in the things like 151, which I don't really think there is a ton. You know, here's something about 151 that I am just still shocked about. The regular ETB is at like $400, which is just crazy. Just crazy how a regular ETB is at $400. PC version is at $900, almost $1,000. So to get the singles in here, you're not finding a ton of great deals. Like, for me, my favorite card that I don't have in here yet would be the Venusaur. I just think this card is stunning, beautiful, fantastic. Also, I see we have a few people in here now. So if anyone does want to try and do a trade, if you guys are looking for the, you know, shiny Miraidon or Koraidon, I would love to try and trade with somebody. I have boxes full of these, but when I tried to do a mystery trade, it wouldn't let me. So I'm not sure if it's restricting them or not. So if anyone wants the shinies, let me know. I would love to trade. Just like type in the chat. And yeah, but I'm going to get back to this because this is what I was kind of like more focused on. So the gems of Scarlet and Violet kind of start to taper off right around 151. And they truly end once you get to, well, actually, yeah, there's a little bit more. There's a little bit more in between. So, in between looking through Paradox, there was one Pokemon that I could not remember that is in here that I wanted. The Moon, I think, is beautiful. Okay, so not Paradox. I was thinking about Temporal. But in Paradox, the Roaring Moon at $40-ish and the Iron Valiant at like 30 are so good in price, in my opinion. Like, they're gorgeous. The Yveltal for like under 20, great. Tapu Koko, beautiful card. I'm not a fan of this Pokemon necessarily, but like this is a gorgeous card, man. Gorgeous card. Like, I just don't know what is this. I think it's a Gen 3 Pokemon. Loud Red, who is not red, but I think is very loud. But what a gorgeous card. Then there is this the set? I don't think this is the set. I think it's the next one. Oh, well, this one does have the Brute Bonnet. This is a gorgeous Brute Bonnet, man. Such a cool looking card. Very trippy. Absolutely love this. Love that Brute. Porygon Z is very cool. Turo Scenario is awesome. This Vanillish is nice. A lot of... Yo, Veluza. Another Pokemon that, like, people aren't going to like because, A, it's an annoying Pokemon when you play the games. But, like, look at this artwork. And you got, you got the Starmie in there, but like a bunch of Veluza, they travel in a pack. Fantastic cards. Like, there are definitely some undervalued cards. I mean, of course, people, they want the old ones, right? They want all the old Pokemon. So, like, there's not a ton of classics in here, But I think that you should maybe try to find some appreciation in the newer Pokemon as well. This Mela is great. Look at this Mela. Like, she was my favorite of all of the what do you call them? The Team Star bosses. And this picture doesn't even show why. Mela, Team Star boss. Her boots were so hilarious to me. Look at them. They come up to her. They come up to like her, like waistline. So I thought that she was just like the most ridiculous looking one. And you can get this Mela card for like $2, bro. $3 for this Mela. Fantastic. So a lot of good deals. Rika was cool. Did the test at the very end and was an Elite Four member. So a lot of hidden gem Pokemon and trainers and such. Larry, if you played the game, a lot of people liked Larry. I was like mid on Larry, but some people loved Larry. Wait, oh, Iron Hands is in here? I forgot about this one. Then that means that the Iron Hands SIR, fantastic card, bro. For under $20? For under $20 is a beautiful card. Beautiful card. Then we also have, where was I? Let me clean this up a little bit. Oh wait, what am I doing like that? Stupid. All right, let's go into that was, what was that? That was Paradox Rift. Paldean Fates, like, don't touch it. Don't touch Paldean Fates. There's no hidden gems in Paldean Fates right now. I feel like everything in this set is completely overpriced because I don't really even know why, honestly. This is another set where, like, the ETBs are just crazy. A few of the cards, you know, the top 3 are, like, insanely overpriced. I guess some of these other cards are okay, but who knows? Maybe there'll be a Paldea Evolved. I'm sorry, a Paldean Fates reprint. Maybe something will bring these prices down. I guess if you want some of these smaller cards, like, you can't really go wrong spending $8 on a Riolu, because if it goes down to, like, 5, then whatever. You know, you lost $3, and it'll probably go back up eventually anyway. I think this Nimona and Arven card are cool, where they got kind of the Pokeball in the center of the card. So, those are nice. But I wouldn't really mess with Paldean Fates right now. Now, Temporal Forces. Now, this is a cool set. This one has got a lot of Paradox, and I think all the Paradox Pokemon are very cool overall. But some of the better ones, you know, Raging Bolt, Iron Crown, like kind of the legendary Paradox, if you will. Walking Wake, Gouging Fire, Iron Leaves. Then you got some cool cards like the Sawbuck and Deerling, beautiful. Like this, you got what, 6 different color gradients right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, beautiful, beautiful. This Cinccino, awesome. Let's see, there was one other card in here, I think, that I was really down with, that I was really into. I thought that the Zera Aura was in here, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. I guess I'm wrong. There's a Charjabug in here, which I think is kind of funny because we just had a Radiant Charjabug back in Crown Zenith, and then now we're getting a IR Charjabug, like in, you know, not Vikavolt and not Grubbin, but Charjabug. So I don't know, I just thought that was weird. Maybe it's in Twilight. I think maybe it's in Twilight. Where's my Zera Aura, bro? I'm looking for my Z. No, it's not. You know, I gotta just look it up right now because I think I might have skipped past it. But it's just a very affordable IR at the moment. From, oh, I didn't get there yet. It's in Stellar Crown. It's in Stellar Crown. $10, dude. This is a gorgeous card for, like, dude, $7, $8, $9, $10. Like, it's worth $10 or below. Worth 10 or below, easy, easy. So the Twilight, where were we? So Greninja's almost at like 4-ish hundred. Like, this card I've always thought was honestly gorgeous. People like to rip on the hats or whatever, like the Terra crown, but I mean, look at the colors, man. Look at the colors. This is a really beautiful card. I just don't think I want to spend that much money on it. Maybe like the Japanese version, like if I was going to collect it, like maybe that would be better for me. But beautiful card. I remember we pulled this Infernape. We gave that away to somebody. We pulled the full art Greninja. We gave that away to somebody. And yeah, I do not remember who we gave it away to. I'm sorry, everybody. So, a little bit here in Twilight. Shrouded Fable is, of course, going to have like a couple key cards. I remember for a while the Houndoom was like more expensive, like $60 or so. I think this is maybe the most beautiful card in the set. I'm not sure why. I'm not really typically a big fan of like dark and gray and black, but I just think that the red highlights are beautiful. It's just it just stands out. That's all I can really say. And then I think the Duskull, Dusclops, Dusk Noir line is really, really nice. Monkey Dory is very nice as well. So you get a lot of really cool cards in Shrouded Fable. that by themselves like are a decent price, even though this is the single, you know, least valued set. It's the Pokemon Go of Scarlet Violet. Stellar Crown, if you want that Pikachu, get it now. It's like $300. Like, now's the time. Oh, not Stellar Crown, sorry, Surging Sparks. Surging Sparks. Oh, was my thing a little more off? Sorry. Yeah, sorry, I didn't see that. My screen was, it was like cut off a little more. My B. So Squirtle, this one is the Terapagos, which is only $40. There's the Doxbun for 30. So like Terapagos and Doxbun for under $80 a piece, I think is awesome. I think this Lacey card is cool. You got what, Crispin in there, and the other dude who's like sleeping in the background. So I thought the Blueberry Academy was fun, was very fun. So yeah, cool cards. Area Zero Underdepths is a very playable card. And I think that the gold stadiums are actually some of the best gold cards in Scarlet and Violet, just because they have a lot more color to them and a lot more contrast, as opposed to say something like of this. Like, this is pretty much the style that they go for. And I didn't love this style particularly, but I think that the stadiums directly, like, they look very good. I think that the gold trainers, basically the gold trainers all look very good, but the gold Pokemon are a little lackluster. Trainers and energies are almost always going to look good regardless. Cool Raboot, only $6 for this Raboot. Like, that's great. And I mean, at this point, Raboot's like a 6-7-year-old Pokemon, you know? Oh, hey guys, sorry. The whole Shiny and Miraidon Crown event was a disaster. I managed to get one code, but when I tried to get my second one, all my local game stops ran out. Giving 50 code cards and not recycling was very stupid. Indeed, it is. What is the giveaway? Said Tarek. Well, if you guys want to try, I was gonna try to. I don't know if I can trade these because it's been a slow stream and I haven't had anyone to trade with. So if anyone wants to try and trade, I have shinies to give away. Oh, never mind, he left. Okay, and he's back. I can give him away now. He tried to get away before I could give him away. So I'm trying to give these away. I put a little bit of effort in, and I stocked up. These are all different boxes. I stocked up to give these away, but it wouldn't let me mystery trade one. So I'm not sure if it's going to let me trade them. So if anyone wants to try, and yeah, and link up real quick, I would love to try and send one of those over, or the pair. I generated 6 boxes of each so that I could give people the pair. Are these all legit? No, they're not. They are not legit. But I can transfer it to Pokemon Home, so it's legit enough that it will let me send it to home. So I did do that. I did do that. So I would not be able to bring the Shiny Crown into terms? Absolutely not. No, you can use it online, for sure, but do not bring it to a live event. Don't bring anything that you get from, like, a Discord or really, unless you know the person, bro. Unless you know the person, don't bring anything to a tournament. This is all for online for fun. That's, like, what this stuff is here. At least I have a Miraidon, that's legit. Well, I mean, but just think about it, too, though. Like, how many more tournaments are there going to be that are going to have the legendaries? I guess, like, this, the rest of, until Gen 10, you know, comes in. But, like, once, as soon as that's announced, like, these can go back into the back pocket. So, you know, like, how, like, when were people able to bring out their Shinization and Zamazenta? Like, only at the very tail end of Scarlet and Violet. Only at the tail end. So it's like, I feel like a lot of people kind of just want to have the shinies, so that's why we have been doing this kind of thing. I'm down to trade, I guess. Well, we can try. That's the big thing. We can try to trade. Trade code for this channel is code 739. Code 739. Give you a second to get in there. Or anyone who wants to link up. Doesn't really matter. I don't plan on using Koraidon in tournament anyway. Well, I mean, what's like the next regional anyway? What's the regulation? We're in regulation J or I? What is it? Milwaukee. Yep. So copy, paste, regulation H. Cool. And what is reg H? So eligible. Show me the banned Pokemon, bro. All right. I'm gonna search right now. So hopefully this works. If not, whatever. If not, whatever. We tried. Where's Cerebi? Have I linked up with you? Sib, maybe? Looks like the same name, but it was with the, alright, Reg H, September 1st to January 5th, banned Pokemon, got it. See, that's all I'm looking for. This is the ban list. Wait. These are all banned? These are all banned. That's me cool. Alright, I will send, hey, fingers crossed, friend. Fingers crossed. Oh, by the way, hold on real quick. I'm going to block real quick. Don't send me that if that means anything to you. Because most of these things that people send to me, like, maybe get traded to the bot. You know, like, they may get deleted. So, while I appreciate that, it's like, because I was that Ralts was shiny, right? Because it's usually a green hat. Cool. I'm just making sure. I always tell people. Because I would feel bad, you know? But, I think it's going to work. Well, because like I traded these all to get these, you have to trade with a bot. So I was like, I hope it would work. Why not? I think we're good. Let's go. Let's go, Sib. I'll take it. But all I was checking, like all I was trying to like see anyway, Loki here. Let me see. These are banned anyway. But I guess all the Paradox are banned? Hold on, so what's the stipulation for Reg H? All the Paradox are banned? Like, so, hey, yo, it's my pleasure. And also, in the Discord, top of the, in the pinned comment, is the bots. And they're free to use. And if you want to use them at all to generate whatever, you know, maybe you want to do, like, make a team for cart to just to practice, you know, or whatever. Like, not to bring to tournament, obviously, but just to practice, you know. And, you know, make perfect IVs, EVs, and all that nonsense. Hop in the Discord, and... You know, all the Paradox legends are banned. Well, it looks like every Paradox is banned. Every Paradox was on the list. So even like the basic ones, just where was it? Where they start? Yeah. So no Brute Bonnet, no Great Tusk, no Screen Tail, no Fluttermane. But that's kind of cool though. Cleaning up the meta a little bit, or cleaning up like the pool of available Pokemon will make it so that the meta is like, yeah, no genies. This looks cool. This looks like a fun meta, low-key. But wasn't this the one where... I don't know why. I could have sworn that they were going to be, like, allowing something, like, weird, like, mythicals or something. Regulation I for online sex, though, because of Arceus HI. And that's going to come after this, then, right? Because H is before I. Oh, but online is at a different meta than IRL? I think I heard about that. That's unfortunate. So if you go on Showdown right now, they have both. Wait, they have H and then J? What? Where's I? I'm confused. But hey, thank you so much, Sib, for testing that with me and letting me know that it worked. And what you call it. I know you already got a legit one, but if you wanted a spare one, I made these to give away in pairs. I was intending to give one of each to everyone that I connected with today. So if you'd like to help me stay even, I'd be happy to give you a Miraidon as well while I got you. You can give it to a friend or something, you know, someone who missed out on the event. It isn't used in tournaments, so I guess it's not in Showdown. Oh, okay. So I wonder why they made Reg I then. You know, like, at all. You know, if they're not gonna... If they're only gonna do it for online. That's weird. But yeah, thanks for dropping in, friend. It's always good to meet a new person. Do you do TCG at all? I'm gonna probably fire up live in a little bit. Try and play some Gardevoir. I've actually never played Gardevoir, not even one time. I did a test run earlier on the deck earlier. I said earlier twice. Because I've played against it a couple times, but I haven't played standard format since the last deck that I played was Giratina V-Star. So that was right when Sword and Shield was ending and Scarlet Violet was coming in. Want to, but I think overpriced. Oh, well, I mean, to play the game, sure, IRL, like, you need cards. Like, the cards aren't really that expensive, honestly. You know, I'm building a deck right now. I'm building a few simultaneously. I'm piecing together the components to put together Mega Gardevoir, this guy right here, Mega Lucario, and Dragapult EX, which was the deck that I was playing before the Mega set came out. And I think that I think Dragapult can still be okay, but all the cards to play these decks are very cheap. I would say, you know, like the main attackers, like the Dragapult, the Gardevoir, the Lucario, between like $2 and $3 a piece. So, but I think you can honestly build most meta decks right now for like $30 to $40. So if you're like trying to actually play the game, like that's not too bad. Now, if you're trying to collect the cards, 100% what you just said. I'm waiting a couple months so I can just buy the singles. Yup. Because we were looking at we made our video earlier and we were just back in there, not too long ago. Maybe you were in here, but like these cards here, they're insane. Now, I mean, I don't know if you caught it, but like these gold cards, the pull rate for them being at 1 out of every 1,260 packs that's crazy. I hope that's like wrong, because they said it was only out of 5,000 packs. So that means out of 5,000 packs, they pulled 4 of these cards, which is not a lot, but maybe they pull another 5,000 packs and they pull 10 or something. I don't know. But that's terrible pull rate for this. So these gold cards, hopefully you're not looking for these, man, because these, or whatever you identify with, because these are tough. These are tough. Now these, I think, will definitely go down a little bit. Give it 6 months, then the illustration rares, the special illustration rares, these should go down. But these mega hyper rares, I kind of make a Goldango deck and a Mega Lucario deck. Yeah, Goldango's cool. For some reason, I don't know, like the Goldango and Raging Bolt archetype, where it's just like sack a bunch of damage and that's all you really do. I don't know. This like doesn't quite do it for me. Like Lucario is so cool because it has everything. To me, Lucario is. Let's see, how can I click this? It has. I wish you could make this like just bigger, but without this part here. It's annoying. Goldango, because I can one-shot Megas. I mean, you can one-shot Megas with everything, though. That's the thing. But no, Goldango's cool. I feel like everyone likes it. I don't know necessarily the... I don't know how to word it, like the synergy / how that deck flows. I've never tried to play it. The one thing that I noticed that like was really rough with it was I was playing against it a couple times as Dragapult, and the gimme ghouls are 50 HP. So they just get Dusk, what's the last one? Clops? Noir. Dusk Noir is the big one. They just get clopsed. They get the second, the stage 1, the 50 HP. It's like, you don't even need the stage 2. Like, they just get stage 1, and they're done. It's like, that's tough, man. If you're trying to set up a board and I can just go clops, and, like, you're down 2 Gimme Ghouls, that's rough. So I feel like maybe now it's easier with less Dragapult out there, I hope. Also, I don't know whether to get the Miraidon. You're trading me because I don't know if my friends would want it because it isn't legit. Oh, my bad. I didn't click the trade button. I thought we traded with the Growlithe. You know what I always say? It's better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. You can always just release it, you know, at the end of the day, if you like just don't want to have a generated Pokemon on your account or whatever. But you can just stick it in home. That's the thing, you just stick it in home. And it's not like Pokemon's gonna go, or it's not like they're gonna go into your Pokemon home at a tournament, you know? Like whatever you have on your cart is all they're gonna check. I'm 99% sure. If none of my friends want it, I won't want to trade it. It wouldn't let me Wonder Trade before. It would not let me Wonder Trade before. I don't have a Magby yet. That's funny. You're helping me with my decks. That was what I was, that's why I was concerned that it wouldn't let me trade them at all. So, surprise trade. Trade it. You can't trade this Pokemon in surprise trade because this Pokemon is special. And when I read that, I'm like, huh. Is it special because I generated it? Or is it special because it's that event Pokemon? And I want to guess that this is the first one, you know? This is the first one. I assume it's like, what? How lame is this that they did it this way? Like, why didn't they just do it the same way that they did the mystery gift for, or at least, you know what this would have been epic for? Make it like a what's the word? Like a big raid event, like an 8-star raid event or something. Please choose the event. I don't want. Wait, is that the only one? Where's? Did they go away already? Did the shiny Treasure of Ruin go away? That would suck. Because I don't know if everyone got those. Oops. Yeah. Sorry, I clicked the wrong button. Get with code, check mystery gifts. I did them on both of my things, so I'm happy with that, but these were in here for a while, so I figured that they would still be in here for a little bit, and like in Chi-Yu, like kind of just came out too. So hopefully these are just not here for me because I've already claimed them, but they should have done them like this, or they should have done like a raid or something. I think that text is because of the ladder. They don't let you Wonder Trade event Pokemon. Well, maybe after the ladder? Who knows? But yeah, thanks for helping me test out. I'm going to fly to Laventia. Manual flight. Manual flight? How nice would it have been to have this during the game? How nice. No problem, no problem. I'm going to see if any of my friends are awake to trade the Miraidon. Yeah, for sure. And hey, you let them know if they want some practice Pokemon. This is the place for that. But yeah, don't bring any of my stuff to live events. Only for ladder / for funsies. Only for funsies. It's nice to mess around in the cart with stuff, but yeah, this event is so ridiculous that don't I don't know how to word it. Like, if you haven't gotten one yet, y'all, don't like expect to get one because it's a pain in the butt and it's just ridiculous. Like, hopefully Pokemon fixes this and like either re-releases an insane amount of codes to distributors which is the worst option, you know. I mean, the fact that they released the codes the same day that they released Mega Evolution was just, like, insane as well. So, don't do that next time. But just make it, like, a digital release, you know. Like, this isn't, like, it's a limited event card or whatever. Just re-release it. Not one person who has it already is going to have any grounds to complain. Just re-release it so that everyone can have Shiny Miraidon, Shiny Koraidon. Like, people grinded these games and played a lot of these games, and, like, I'm not saying that they deserve them, but it's really, really stinky to put them behind. Like, for all intents and purposes, call it a paywall. Because, like, you have to get in your car, drive down to the store, or leave your house, walk down there. I mean, it's not easy to go to these places most of the time. Like, most people do not live within a convenient walking distance to a GameStop. So, and when you give them out on the same day that you're doing Mega Evolution, now you gotta wait in line. Because there's no way you're getting them, you're getting to the, you know, if there's only 50 of them, you're not getting to the front of the line unless you're there hours in advance. Holding is just disgusting. Holding's awful. So Pokemon should, like, what's the words? Do better. They should do better for their fans. This is my spot, man. This is where I trade. I love this music so much. So if anyone else wants Shiny Miraidon or Koraidon, we can trade them. Shout out to Sib, because they hooked us up with the data of, you know, knowing that we can actually do that. So yes, I'd be happy to trade those with anybody. All right, so where were we? I'll just look at it from here. The Mega Lucario deck, it's just so much fun, bro. You got the Mega Lucario that can knock out anything, and it can accelerate energy. You've got the, the Solrock can swing for good damage. Hariyama can swing for good damage. But it's nearly 2 a.m., so I should be heading to bed. Hey, have a good one, Sib. Thank you so much. Really appreciate you dropping in, and we will see you next time you happen to find your way in here. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. But, yeah. To anyone who's thinking about, like, learning TCG, playing TCG, this deck is super fun and super cool. And it has, like, a lot of really awesome elements to it that have been around in the past and will probably be around in the future. So I feel like this is a good deck to just learn the TCG with. But at the end of the day, Gardevoir is probably going to be a better deck. Overall, Fluttermane, ability blocking Fluttermane. Got it. I keep forgetting what some of these cards do. Like, they tech in the Lily's Clefairy, dude. This is a complete Dragapult destroyer. Then you've got the Scream Tail for bench damage. You can do up to 160 if you get 80 damage on yourself, which with the Psychic Embrace should be able to do. You just need to put the 4 energy on them, right? And then as soon as it gets knocked out, it's like, okay, you can just kind of like reuse those 4 energy. Psychic Embrace is like one of the craziest abilities I've ever seen. As often as you like during your turn, like anytime it says that, that's wild. As often as you'd like, you may attach a basic energy card from your discard pile to one of your basic psychic Pokemon. So, or one of your psychic Pokemon, sorry. If you attach energy to the Pokemon in this way, put 2 damage counters on that Pokemon. You can't use this ability on a Pokemon that would be knocked out. So, like, that just, in the damage counters being synergizing with Monkey Dory is just... Now, I'm a little curious why Gardevoir doesn't play like that Rainbow Energy. You know, you got the 2, so, like, why instead of playing the Dark, which you can't, like, do anything for, like, you can't search for the Dark basic energy. Like, there's no way... Oh, you can Earthen Vessel. You can Earthen Vessel. Okay. Okay, I suppose. You win. And you can Night Stretcher for it. Yeah, you can Night Stretcher for it back. I forgot that Night Stretcher can get you the energy too. I was playing and I was like, oh man, I need an energy right now. What am I going to do? And it's like, oh wait, this can get you that. And yeah, so Night Stretcher is a really cool card. Night Stretcher is kind of like a rod card, you know. It can get either a Pokemon or an energy. So I think now I was messing around with this deck a little bit. What I do? I think I took away one Iono and I squeezed in the Mega Gardevoir because this deck did not have the Mega initially, and I wanted to add one more thing, but I completely forgot what it was at this point. What did I want to add in? Maybe a Tool Scrapper, perhaps. Tool Scrappers are great. One more earthen vessel. I was feeling like having... I feel like it's hard to get all my energy kind of like going. So like if I wanted to hit a big attack with Mega Gardevoir, it seems clunky, you know, like if I'm trying to do like a 350, 400 HP attack, like 400, forget about it, because that would require all 8 energy and we only play 8. So 350. Do we want to go first? No, we don't. We want to go second. I believe we want to go second. Right here, I'm going to go no to this music, and we're going to turn on this music. This is actually kind of decent music right now. Like, they updated it. Dory start. Ugh. Good thing this is a practice game. Good thing this is a practice game. But yeah, I'm just trying to like figure out the nuances of Gardevoir. Can I just Lily, please? Turn 1 Lily. I don't even want to attach this energy. Alright, we'll attach this energy. I could have Bravery Charmed on him just to take one less card out of my deck. Alright, I'm going to go TM Evolution, but first we actually have to put the card on the bench. Or I could just Rare Candy into the Mega. I could just Rare Candy into the Mega. But no. I wouldn't want to do that in game because we would want to play. No, we want to play with the Gardevoir. We don't want the Mega right now. The Mega is like our late game closer. So we will go to Kirlia. We will go to Kirlia. Of which we only have 2. That was another thing that I was thinking about putting up to 3. I know, I guess we have the... I get that we have the Rod and we have the Stretchers and this and that, but like it just... If you prize one of those, or what if you prize 2 of them? I guess we have Rare Candy as well. Yeah, we have Rare Candy. We got the RC. Damn, bro. Playing it all. Buddy Poffin would have been broken with this, but I guess we had... Battle VIP, which was equally as broken. Well, no, it was not. Buddy Poffin is far more broken than Battle VIP. Because you can use it. Oh, wait, no. Buddy is 7 HP or less, and Battle VIP was only on your first turn. So they did have their own unique stipulations. Okay, so we can go Gardevoir. Then we can go Lily again. I'm going to go... Or... we could go Research, and then we could use Psychic Embrace, which is probably better. I will Ultra Ball away. Alright, say we were at mid-game right now. I would Ultra Ball away probably 2 energy. And I would grab another... What's his name? Probably Ralts, right? That's fine. Grab another Ralts. We would go Psychic Embrace. Get some damage on the board. Do you want to go 2? Yeah, we'll go 2. That way we can move 30 over the full 30. It's like helpful to just click the buttons, you know, like get familiar with it all before you start playing against an actual opponent. Alright, we would put it against the Manaphy, because forget Manaphy. Then, we already have energy on him if we wanted to retreat, which we do. And we can... Oh, I was like, why didn't we lose our energy? Because Beach Court is in play, that's funny. But I was going to say, if we did, we're going to attach next turn, so that we can keep doing Adrena Brain. We also have Secret Box, which gives us a supporter as well, right? If I remember correctly. Supporter, item, tool card, all that good stuff, something like that. Can you let me look at the card? You have to discard 3 other cards. Item, tool, supporter, and stadium. Wow, so you get 4 cards. Okay. I don't have a way to... Okay, here I do. I do. If I go Secret Box... Away 1, 2, 3. Then we could grab, say, Professors, Earthen, Artisan, and Bravery Charm. We will Earthen Vessel away the Bravery Charm. Grab these 2 energy. And let's just say we had to... Okay, here actually we'll go Artisan, the Artisanal, for another Monkey Dory. To which we will apply this second energy. We're going to research away these 2. Curlia. Alright, I think we're getting the hang of this. Gonna Psychic Embrace onto the Curlia. Yup. Yup. And then another one. And then that'll give us 60 damage with which to work. 40 of which is going to go onto this Manaphy here. And then we'll put the rest on the Giratina. Like, what incredible energy acceleration. It's like actually... Okay. Oh, I can only do 1. God. Alright, so I messed that up. I messed that up entirely. But that's good. That's good. That's why you learn. Like, you can't spread it around. You can only do 1. Yep, I didn't read the card. That's why you do these practice games. Because if I did that in a real game, that would be terrible. It would be not good, but whatever. Okay, so now I would go get rid of the Artisan, get rid of the Counter Catcher, because we're ahead in the prizes. What else do we need? Really nothing, but we could do, say, Screamtail. We could do, excuse me, we could do Clefairy. Let's do Clefairy. Just to get the weakness on the field. And then we would want to get our Gardevoir, our Mega back, because now we do have a bunch of energy in play. So, like, say they did have a big 3. Okay. Alright, I feel like we're getting the hang of it. I don't know how much I want to play right now, though. But, yeah, so if anyone else is looking for the shinies, let me know at any point in time. I'm not saying I'm getting tired, but, you know, like, we don't have, like, a ton of people, like, looking for them. And I am getting a little tired, you know? I kind of want to go do some, I have, call it work to do, poker to play. I have cards to, other cards to play, we'll say. So I think maybe we will, do that? Maybe I don't know, what else can I do? What else was I going to do? What else was I gonna do? I don't really want to open any packs. I don't know. For me, packs is like not the most fun thing to do. I could showcase some cards that I have. Could talk about some of my favorite cards. Ooh, could show off the giveaway. Guys, enter the giveaway. Enter the giveaway. The link is nowhere. The link is nowhere. Here, I'll grab the link. But yeah, we are giving away all of this stuff right here. All 6 cards, front and back, 6 cards, all 6 booster packs, Fusion Strike, Journey Together, Battle Styles, Journey Together 2 more times, and a Surging Sparks. So, you know, I would say hop in and grab those. All right, content, giveaway. Let's grab the link. Get a shareable link, and all right, post it in the chat. All right, giveaway link is in the chat. So if you want to enter the giveaway to win these cards, please click that link, watch the video. All of the instructions on how to go forward, go forward. So I was gonna say, are right there. What else we got? I got a random card, super random. I got this a while ago. It's from the, what do they call it? The classic the classic collection, like the trading card thing. Like, so it came out maybe like 3 years ago, like with the big play set. You know, like you fold it open. It's like the little dice thing. You can. It's not really dice. It's like a ball that you roll in there. But it had 3 decks. You know, with a gold border. And I just saw this card and it was cheap. And I was like, oh, this is a cool looking card. And it, like, you know, represents that artwork super well. So I grabbed the Charmeleon from that set. Let me turn this on. I don't know if we need that or not. Maybe too much, maybe not enough. Yeah, it helps. Let me... Oh, I was like, why is this so tall? Here, let me adjust this a little bit more. There you go. So we got the Charmeleon, the beautiful hollow pattern. It's a cool card. I really like any of the classic artworks that get redone in a more modern style. That's the stamp right down there. Classic. Classic collection. So yeah, that's all I can really do for now. I think we'll probably cut it because I don't really want to keep playing or doing anything, you know, and I still have all the Pokemon to give away. So if anyone wants them for next time, we'll do a giveaway next time. But yeah, I am gonna let you all go for now. But yeah, thank you all for dropping in. Really appreciate it. And I will catch you guys on the next one. Enter the giveaway. Enter the giveaway. All right. Love you. Bye-bye.